Hey y'all, it's T, and today I'm going to be talking about the various different study tips and study methods that you can use to help you pass your exams, of course. You know, especially with the middle of the semester being here and finals getting closer every day, it gets more and more important to know how to study and to know and figure out what works best for you. So, first thing to know, everybody studies differently. The main takeaway from this video will be to find what works best for you and stick to it as much as you can, because that's ultimately what's going to help you personally pass your exams and do well in your classes. First study tip, obviously, one of the most popular ones you could say is to just study your notes. For some people that doesn't really work, and that's okay. There are always other methods, but studying your notes is probably the one with the least hassle, and it's just the easiest one to do. All right, another one you can do is make flashcards, whether that be online or in person. You know, visually seeing things, like you can draw pictures or anything like that. If that helps you learn and it helps you to understand the information, you do that. Another simple thing you can do is just write down things repeatedly. This works especially if you're working with more like definitions and like facts. Writing down things repeatedly kind of helps your brain to memorize and understand it better. So another big thing that can help is to study long term, not just right before your exam. As you're gathering the information, as you're taking notes from your lectures, you would, whenever you have free time, just go back over the information to make sure that you understand it and make sure that you don't have any questions that you can ask your professor or somebody else in your class. Another thing that helps studying is have a good location, because you know how you study best, whether that be with music, whether that be in a really quiet space, whether that be around other people or by yourself. You know, just make sure you have a good location where you can study and where you can focus under the conditions that you're in. Another thing is to be organized. Try not to have your notes all willy-nilly all over the place. That's not going to help anybody. Study groups can also help. When you're in a study group, people in your class, you can all share knowledge with each other kind of and get perspectives about the information that you didn't have before, that you didn't really see before, and that's really helpful. Always make sure to take breaks when you're studying. You don't want to like overload your mind with information. It's really easy to do that because you want to get your studying done, but you need to like take breaks and give yourself time, you know, give yourself just a minute to reset if you need it, you know. Another thing is to use whatever resources your professor provides. Some professors post study guides and stuff. Some professors post their slides. Just whatever your professor gives you, use that to your advantage because they're giving it to you for a reason. Another thing is to avoid distractions. I know we all over phones, but phones are not very helpful when you're trying to study information. So just try and like put it off somewhere where you don't see it, where you can't look at it, where you can't hear it, so it doesn't distract you in any way, you know? Another thing you can do is to have a routine. This works especially with the studying long term, so you have a set time and place or whatever that you study that information, so it helps you understand it better. Another thing you can use campus resources. There's a library where you can go and study if you need a quiet place. There's tutoring in the Academic Success Center, all kinds of resources on campus to help you study and excel at whatever classes you're looking to get help in. And that will be just about all for this video. Main takeaway from this video is, if you can, try different study methods and just find what works best for you and stick to it as much as you can, because that's what's going to work for you as an individual, and that's going to help you do better in your classes. So appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all love my tips. Have a good one.